Oh man, he's here at last. Exploding through the red rocks. The power! Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Now this one pretty much sprung out of nowhere. The Mattel Malaysia online website put up the listing for the single pack 40th Anniversary He-Man just 2 nights ago. It popped up suddenly just around midnight. I put in the order for it and they shipped it something like less than 48 hours later. Now that is service. You know what, we've been seeing images of this thing floating online for so long. It's kind of weird to actually see it finally in hand. Okay, now I placed the order for the SDCC 2-pack version at Mattel Creations last month. My order went through, but I haven't seen any updates on that one just yet. I hope that it isn't cancelled, okay? But anyway, this one got in first, so I get the chance to talk about it today. Now, we have seen images of the packaging for this thing online as of months ago, like top to bottom, front and back. Nothing was left to the imagination, but in hand, it's pretty much the same, okay, to everything that we saw before. So yeah, everything kind of measures up. Now the packaging just looks stunning. The redesign for the 40th anniversary vintage look is very well rendered with the new Masterverse wording on the top and just surrounded all around by the exploding red rocks. That's right, okay? Anytime you gotta go vintage, that's when you pull in the exploding red rocks, okay? That's your cue to bring in the fans, okay? Whether you've been missing for the franchise for like 40 freaking years, you see those exploding red rocks, you're gonna get sucked right back in, okay? But there's no rocks exploding at the bottom of the package. No, just some corporate wordings there. Everything else, exploding red rocks. On the back of the package, just an awesome shot of He-Man and Battlecat stalking the lands in search of Skeletor. You see Skeletor kind of like covering there, you know, at the bottom there, just hiding from He-Man's advance. Okay, you see him there? Yeah, he's kind of like, yeah, just you wait, you muscle-bound Nimrod. Just wait till I get my own 40th anniversary package. That's right. Putting this side by side with a standard Masterverse package, you see how much information and text and graphics are on a standard Masterverse package like the new Eternia He-Man here. You see the amount of text that's there, the amount of cross-sell images at the bottom there. But on the new Masterverse 40th Anniversary He-Man package, you just get this clean sheet of artwork. All right, you get so much more art for your money, all right? And that's just an interesting look, I think, you know. There's no cross-sell. They can't even announce a cross-sell because everything else that's probably coming is still top secret, right? Okay, he's out. Whoa! Whoa, easy there, man. Easy there. We still need to talk about you, okay? Let's get you up, all right? Let's get you up there. All right, yeah. Let's get you nice and straight. Okay, out of the package, I gotta say that first things first, there ain't no black paint wash on the apps. Remember when that was like such a source of controversy when the first promotional images went up online and there was like this paint wash that was being used, the dirtied up paint wash on his abs, and everybody hated it. I liked it though, okay? I mean, I kind of wish that it was still there, but they removed it, or maybe it was just the promotional images that was not supposed to be. Having said that, the one that I actually ordered online used the same promotional images with the black paint wash, so I'm like thinking to myself, where the hell's that wash, okay? All right, but you know, I mean, it's not there, but still, you know, this is a very nice looking, clean looking figure. A lot of people are going to be happy, I'm sure. And can I just say that the way they positioned He-Man in the package looks fantastic. He-Man just looks ready, all right? Ready for attack. You know, sometimes they got to position these figures, they pose them in the package in a certain way. It kind of looks kind of weird, like they're dancing or something. Okay, let's get the action figure tray out of the way. And you know what? The backdrop of this thing is just a full uncensored image of the exploding red rocks. This is like the origin of the exploding red rocks. They're coming out of this black void, and it just looks fantastic. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Out of the package, I gotta say that this is just hands down one of the best ever He-Man action figures ever made, regardless of the scale. You know how they talked about Masterverse winning the Toy of the Year award, something like last year, something like that? Look, this is proof of it. Okay, this is proof of what these guys are doing down there. This is just an utterly fantastic He-Man figure. Some people might think that maybe the chest area, I don't know, looks a little bit shrunken. You know, like it could have been a bit bigger, but I think it's okay. I think it looks lean and mean. Okay, about that face sculpt. Honestly, I love it, all right? I mean, I've been looking at this thing for the longest time. It looks great. He-Man actually is one of those really tough to capture facial sculpts. I don't understand what the deal is. Okay, they got it right that one time in the vintage era in 1982 or something like that. It seems they've been struggling to try and find just the right beat for his facial expression. This one looks great. You know, I can flip it around from different angles, up, down, side to side. He looks fantastic. Okay, I don't know how much better they could actually put out a face sculpt for a 7-inch scale He-Man figure, but this is really good. Okay, this is really good stuff, and he looks great from a variety of angles. All right, that's the best part. Now, this is, of course, the vintage-inspired He-Man, so he gets a very vintage-inspired looking chest armor with the red cross on it. I think that this translation looks very nice. The armor looks good. If you saw the reviews online for the SDCC version, you'll know that the chest armor is actually attached in a pretty unique way. Yeah, this tab here looks kind of futuristic, you know. But it attaches well enough on mine. I can see some instances where it may not actually attach too well, but this one seems to hold together pretty good. Now you can get the armor completely off for a full-on barbarian look. I think the chest is sculpted very well. It looks really good here on He-Man. And there's also a lot of shading here. There's a paint shading that's being used on the skin tone. It alternates between something that looks like light to darker brown. Maybe a bit of yellow too mixed in there. It looks good. Right, I think the shading here looks really good. A lot of people would prefer this, I'm sure, compared to the black wash that we saw in the initial photos. But yeah, this is a good translation. Something that I thought was a bit weird is that this huge orange gauntlet that's on his left wrist here, this thing is very glossy and nice. Okay, the paint that they use on this is glossy, it's shiny. However, it doesn't translate to the paint that's used on the belt buckle, which is of a similar orange, and also on the smaller gauntlet that's on his right wrist. Why aren't these made out of glossy paint as well? Okay, so it's kind of weird. I don't know why they only chose that particular gauntlet to be of glossy paint. I like the very grungy looking loincloth that he's got on here. It's got streaks of black paint mixed in there, and it just looks good. All right, it's the same paint combination that we find here on his boots. All right, this is very nicely done work. I believe that all these sections are actually made out of flocked material when it comes to the SDCC exclusive, but the one that's on the regular version here looks great as well. From the back, top to bottom, he looks amazing as well. And I just think that overall, the mold that they use for this action figure body is just fantastic. It's just very proportionate. If you guys out there are using like a He-Man figure, or you need a particular He-Man figure to be used for a stop motion video or something like that, or to film for something, I think that this is just the perfect action figure to use. Okay, accessories check. Firstly, the power sword. This thing is made out of slightly different material from the other power swords that came out of Masterverse. This one has got a little bit of a glossy sheen to it, kind of like a reflective looking paint coating that they used here. Gives it a little bit of a premium edge. The shield does have something of a similar paint coating as that of the sword. It does have a little bit of a reflective glossy sheen to it. Now, I know that the STCC shield is die-cast. I really freaking want that die-cast shield, man. But this shield is no slouch either. It may not be die-cast, but it's actually quite sturdy. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that it's not bendy in any way. So that's great, okay? It's like a step down from die-cast, but they still give us quality. The axe is okay. I kind of wish that all of these had a little bit of a darker paint application actually. They look very light. That being said, the quality on the axe is pretty good as well. Also, similarly on the handle, it's not exactly bendable. Alright, that's usually the case these days. Alright, but this one's actually quite sturdy. Now, in addition to all of this, he also gets 2 extra hands, the first of which is the slapping hand. That's right, when there's no weapons to be used, there's always the slap. Also, he comes with a right fist. Okay, this is something that every He-Man needs, okay? A close-fisted hand. Get that fist onto him and you can actually recreate some key moments from the animation, such as during the interludes where He-Man just swings his punch at you. He-Man! Okay, by the way, the gauntlet that's on the left wrist can actually be removed entirely from his hands, right? Just like that. Look at that, you know? You can remove it entirely if you want to. Similarly, with the gauntlet that's on his right hand, you can remove that as well. And you can actually get this hand replaced with the, well, not the slapping hand, but actually the hand that's meant for you to fit the shield onto. You gotta do it smooth, okay? Just slide it in there real smooth. Remember I told you the handles are very fragile, okay? The glue on the handles do come off. You don't want that to happen, guys. You gotta be real smooth. Get it slided onto his arm like that, and then he's just ready, guys. Ready for action. Let's not also forget with the shield hand on, and plus that chest joint that moves from side to side. Yeah, you can get He-Man grooving to the beat. Yeah, grooving, shake it, groove it, shake it, groove it, shake it, yeah, shake it, groove it. Okay, on the back of the armor, let's see how the weapons fit. The power sword just slides in there, very smooth. Okay, and you can also get the axe slotted in there. The axe, however, doesn't go in that smooth though, guys. Well, it does fit in, but not exactly that smoothly. You do have to hold on to the armor sections here so that they don't pop off, while you're aggressively trying to push the axe in. But yeah, eventually you'll get it in. Guys, wow. I mean, wow. This is the pose that you want to get every single He-Man figure in, and this figure captures it perfectly. I mean, I've just been staring at this thing for the longest time. It's like the designers had like one mandate, and the mandate was like, just make damn sure that He-Man can effortlessly hold up the sword. And that's what they did. Even if I get him into a pose where he's just like reaching for the sword, he just looks natural doing it. It doesn't even look like he's straining in any kind of way. It's like the most iconic poses that you can think of. I mean, I'm sure there's like 100 different poses, but if you can actually achieve these two key poses, like reaching for the sword and actually holding up the sword and looking at the sword while he's holding it up, I think that pretty much makes this the perfect He-Man action figure. And you know what? This He-Man figure looks so much better paired up next to that Masterverse Battle Cat from last year. It's like that Masterverse Battle Cat was supposed to be paired up with the He-Man from Wave 1. It's that the Battle Cat came out first, and I remember the He-Man was coming out only like months later. And when they finally released that He-Man figure and I paired it up with this Battle Cat, I was like, oh man, that looks like crap. But this He-Man figure looks perfect next to Battle Cat. And especially also when you have him seated on Battle Cat. Man, this looks awesome. Seriously, guys, I'm not sure whether all of you guys picked up that Battle Cat from last year for Masterverse. Maybe some of you slept on it, but you know what? Now's the perfect time to go in, okay? Because that Battle Cat and this 40th Anniversary He-Man just looks fantastic together. Guys, you know what? Lately, when I look at the Masterverse figures, I'm just stunned that so much quality actually goes into a commercial standard retail figure. And you know what? He-Man is just pushing up the bar here. I know that some of you guys probably missed out on that SDCC version and didn't get the chance to get it during the pre-order. You know what? Just forget about that figure. I don't have it yet myself, but honestly, I'm happy with this figure right now, okay? And I think that you will too. Okay guys, so that's the video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed the content here. I want to hear what you guys thought of the 40th Anniversary He-Man action figure if you're planning to get it. And also, I'll catch all of you guys again real soon with more content here. Take care out there.